All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Waharakha Kwadash, which Yahweh, it's the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, that's whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, that's his true name, and the Rakha Kwadash, that is the Holy Spirit. And I also want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. And I want to do a quick lesson that's based on this article here, and it says here only 8% of the world's currency is physical money. Remaining 92% exist in digital form. And for decades the elites have been doing a thing called gradualism, all right, which gradualism is basically pushing something through a long period of time, okay? And for the longest, these elites have been telling people, look, first off, don't use gold and silver anymore. We're going to give you this paper currency that says, you have this much, okay, of gold and silver. That's the original use of the dollar bill, okay? And then eventually it turned into a debt note, okay, when you start doing the history on that. And it went from that paper currency to what? Checks. That was something that was introduced in roughly the 60s on down. And then when technology started to get better and better, it went from that to debit and credit cards. All right. Yeah, how are you? But it went from like I said, from checks to debit and credit cards. Let's say give or take around the 80s, 90s, on to now. And it's slowly but surely going from what? These debit and credit cards to your, Apple Pay, Android Pay, you shop online, okay? And eventually they want to go from that to implanting that chip, okay, into you. And that's going to be used for various things, such as your identification, your bank account, your medical information, your tracking device, all right, so on and so forth. You see? But the main thing is they're going to force you to take that in order to buy or sell things in this world. And as you see in this article, there's only 8%, okay, physical cash out there. The rest of it's all digital. You go to certain countries like China, and in particular the Asian countries. All right, China, Japan, India, etc. For the most part, they only deal with digital transactions. They don't really deal with cash. Okay, paper currency anymore. It's out here too. It's out in the rest of the world, but they're leading the way, so to speak. All right. And you see these elites, they're doing these things to ultimately get their agenda fulfilled, which is what? That NWO, okay, the New World Order. They want everybody to be under the same umbrella, okay? In particular, in the use of money, okay? Because it doesn't matter what religion, what sex you are, what your sexual orientation is, right? Money affects everybody, you see? All right, and if you got everybody using the same currency, you got control of the people. All right, but let's get this. This is Revelation chapter 13, I'm going to start at 14. It says here, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And this is talking about Esau, okay? And he's deceived this world, through numerous things, okay? Those miracles are basically this, modern day technology. You have, what do they call it, modern day medicine, and surgeries. Nowadays, people are starting to, they're starting to have the ability, to see if they lost their sight. Let's say if they're, paraplegic, their arm was somehow, amputated, or their leg, they can get a robotic limb, and their mind can control that robotic limb, like as if it was their own, okay? And all they have to do is just implant, okay, that chip activities, see? All right, you got these smart glasses where you don't even need a physical computer, okay, on your lap. You could put on, these smart glasses, and you have, your laptop. You got your all your different browsers up, apps up. Okay, you see? Hey, those miracles are deceiving people. And that's making, this world believe that Esau Edom is a god. All right? Or is God, which he's not. Hey, I'll say this, he has, he's got left-handed, the left-handed spiritual powers, but the right hand always wins. Righteousness always triumphs the left. Okay? Let me keep reading. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. And that image, it's not talking about an actual physical image. It means basically how you conduct yourself. Okay? Your ideologies, philosophies, what you believe in. And in this current system, all right, which is the revival of Rome, they were able to bring that old mindset to the people again. Okay? Now it's spread to the whole earth. Basically, it got revived through the establishment of America. And then America, since it's what? Babylon the Great, and as the scriptures say, what? They've drunken the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All nations have done that. Now it's spread. Okay? You see? Let me keep reading. Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And you see, if you don't follow the protocol, okay, of the so-called white man, Esau Edom, his, power structure, at some point you're going to get put to death. All right? And see, I'll say this real quick. They don't necessarily put people to death right now for not worshiping, this system. What they do is they, blackball you, ostracize you, okay? You basically have like a social credit here. If you go against this system, you can lose, partnerships, sponsors, okay? People will boycott you, so on and so forth. But I'll say this, when this system continues to, fall apart, and they continue to push, draconian measures, it's going to get real rough out here, And I'll say this, when these things occur, we that are in this truth have to have that faith that Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shah is going to take care of us no matter what. Okay? You really got to have that faith, because Esau's coming. He's going to be coming down hard. All right? And it's not going to be a smooth, walk in the park. All right? And that's the thing. It's going to get real rough out here, real hard. And we're going to have to, push through it. All right? Hey, but the elect at the end of the day is going to get that big W. There's no way that the beast system is going to triumph, over the elect. That's not what's written. So you got to remember that. No matter how hard things get, we're going to get the victory if we continue to follow Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. Okay? But let me continue to read. This is back in Revelation 13 and 16. And these next two verses are the main verses, for this lesson. And it reads here, and he causeth all. And that word causeth, it's a Greek word. Look it up yourselves. It's pieo. Now there's several definitions. And the ones that I like to highlight or point out is it means to form, fashion, or construct. There's another one that's really good, but I forgot what it is right now. But point being, those three, definitions, that's telling you that this is something that's, pre-planned. It's not organic. This is something that they've been planning for quite some time. Okay? And it says what? He causeth all, both small and great. It doesn't matter, your age, who you are, rich and poor. It doesn't matter your economic status, free and bond. It doesn't matter whether you're able to walk out here freely or whether you're in prison. To receive a mark, which that word mark goes into the word charagma, And there's a lot of definitions, but pretty much it goes into like an insertion, like a cutting. Because basically to insert something, you have to cut the flesh. And I'll say this, a little bit further down, it goes into the beast, right? And the numbers, and it says 666. And when you go into that, one of the definitions for one of those numbers is a stigma, which goes into like a piercing. I think it's stigma. Child, I have to look that up again. But like I said, I know one of the definitions is stigma, and that goes into like a piercing, getting impaled. And basically that's what happens when you get that chip. You have to pierce your skin, you have to impale it in order to insert that device in you. You see? And let me just keep reading. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And I mentioned how you got particular, companies that have developed, chips to help the blind see, help the deaf to hear, help the paraplegic to control, robotic limbs. See? You got to put that in your brain, in order for it to work. You see? Let me keep reading. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, and that's how you know that that chip, is the mark of the beast, because eventually they're going to force you to use this in order to be a part of this system, in order to basically survive. Okay? And look how it says here, only 8% of the world's currency is physical money. Only 8%. The rest of it is digital. And the reason why, Esau, Edom, so-called white men, in particular the elites of their nation, want to do this is because they want to track everything that you're doing. And they want to be gods on earth. You see? Instead of, people believing in the true living power, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, they want to be the ones that are, exalted, that the ones that are worshipped. Because you got to remember, this guy has a God complex. It speaks about that in the book of Ezekiel. I think it's the 24th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. It says that he sitteth as God. But hey, that doesn't mean he is. And the Lord's going to remind this guy, okay, that he's just a man once he gets taken down. But see, what the Lord is doing right now is exalting him to puff up his ego, okay, and also for the rest of the nations below him to fear him. So when the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai comes, really when Yahweh sends his son Yahweh Shai back, and when Yahweh Shai takes him down, then the people are going to say, this is the true living power. Now the names of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai are exalted. Because right now, as the scriptures say, who can make war with the beast? These people don't believe that Esau's kingdom's ever going to fall. He's too mighty. He's got the military power. Okay. He controls traffic. When I say traffic, I'm talking about business. He, has these, these modern day, medical inventions. Okay, so this guy seems like he can't fall. But, it's all to show the Lord's power, okay, at the end of the day. Just like what happened during the time of Egypt. Because no one thought the Egyptians were going to fall. No one thought that Pharaoh was going to, take that L. You see? You can read that in the that whole situation that I was just talking about in Romans, the 9th chapter. Goes into it. All right, but, I just wanted to touch on this. Hey, like how Apostle Tar said, let's continue to make, videos, on the MOTB chip activities, You see? This is something that caught my eye when I was scrolling through social media. Okay, but I'm gonna end this lesson, and hopefully whoever was listening was edified. And with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Also double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. Shalom.